It's Set 'em Up Sundays. It's me, Sierra, and Whitney. Got my girl Whitney with me. And today we're doing another meal prep. You want to go over the menu with them?
Sure. Well, today what we're gonna do is I'm taking Sierra's lead with this, and I'm doing as simple as possible because I can get really complex. So what we're gonna do this week, we're gonna do egg muffins for breakfast with either oranges or grapefruit, whichever one you have or whichever one you like. For lunch, we're gonna do tilapia and zucchini. Forgot about that. Tilapia and zucchini, and then for dinner, we're gonna do lettuce wraps with ground chicken.
Yes. And actually, we also have a vegan option. So we also have jackfruit.
Right. That's a really good option.
If you don't want to do chicken, try jackfruit.
And the good thing about jackfruit is that it takes the flavor of whatever it is that you season it with. So in that sense, it's kind of like tofu, but if you have a sensitivity to soy, jackfruit is a very good alternative if you don't want to use meat.
Of course, we have our tribute to Aretha, Miss Aretha Franklin going on.
Auntie Riri.
For your egg muffins, they're really easy, and you know I like easy. You're gonna preheat your oven to 350. You're gonna bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes. You're literally gonna just add whatever veggies you like. Right now, I'm just spraying down my muffin pan. I'm using a little olive oil spray. And now, let's just start mixing up some stuff. So I have tomatoes here. I'm gonna put tomatoes in. Have some red onions and some green bell pepper. Have some mushrooms. Last but not least, we have red pepper. Okay, how many eggs do I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna do 6 real eggs, and then I'm gonna mix in some egg whites. And I'm gonna season it with a little sea salt and pepper. And I would say you probably fill them up 3/4 of the way. Give it some space to actually bake and rise.
We've got green zucchini and the squash. The grocery store calls it zucchini squash, but it's all in the same family, so it's all good. So what I'm doing is I'm chopping them up and then I'm cutting them in little half moons, just because they'll quick a little bit faster once I put it in the pan. And I've already chopped up the yellow onions just to give it a little bit more pop of flavor. We're gonna use the sea salt and pepper, and I'm gonna use some garlic powder and onion powder just to add a little bit more flavor. And then we're gonna pair this with is I bought tilapia, and I think Sierra, what
Yeah, tilapia. Have tilapia.
all tilapia.
And then what's our last and final meal? We got the hummus and the carrots. That's our snack.
Right. And the last and final meal is going to be the lettuce wraps.
Okay. If you all want the recipes, we're going to actually put them in the description box below. We'll make sure you have all the recipes and ingredients that we use.
How did your group go this week?
I have this Facebook group. It's called Faith, Fitness, and Finances, Curvy Women Who Boss Up. And right now we're doing a challenge, it's a weight loss challenge. But it's also about stepping up your game in all areas of your life. So it's going well so far.
The first thing that I'm going to do when preparing this zucchini, I'm going to lightly grease the pan with a little bit of olive oil. Then I'm going to add the onions, layer the zucchini, and then as I layer, I'm going to season it as I layer. Just to make sure you get seasoning throughout all, because it's so much that I cut up. So maybe about a tablespoon of olive oil is good. Again, I don't measure, so I'm just kind of guessing that I'm using enough.
Make sure you rinse everything. And then I'm going to pat these dry with the napkin before seasoning. You want to tell them about this little nasty drink you have that you really like?
Of course. Look, my drink is good. I don't know what she's talking about, but I think it's great. So, I found this drink. It's called Petal. It's a local brand here. They just really started, and it's packaged in Highland Sparkle Blend with rose essence. So this one is lychee rose, and it's really good because they use stevia, so it doesn't have any sugars. But if you are not a lover of stevia, then it may taste a little weird to you. And I left one over here last week, and Sierra tried it.
It was
She
disgusting to me, okay, guys? Nasty.
It's
I took
my
one
favorite.
sip and I put it back in the fridge.
No, this is my favorite. It's my go-to. Like,
She went
rose
on
essence.
and on
It makes
about
me
how
happy.
great it was. I'm not a fan.
It makes me happy. Anybody ever heard what, like rose essence really does for the body? It's really good for you. I can't remember all of the things it's good, but it's a rose petal. So, it brings out feelings of love.
Disgusting.
Like, it's good.
Disgusting. Just let you. But you know what? That just goes to show that people have different taste buds.
Mhm.
Like, once something that another person loves, another person might hate.
Right. And that's another key to when you're like embarking on a new lifestyle. Go with what it is that you like, because if you take this meal plan and somebody says that this is something that you have to eat, let's just say oatmeal, for example. Everybody doesn't like oatmeal. So if it's something that you don't like, don't eat it in the beginning, because it's gonna really turn you off with this process, because everybody thinks that if you eating healthy, then you gotta eat something that you don't like. That's not true. Go what it is you like, and sometimes you just have to find a healthy way to prepare it.
Our garlic powder. Have a little onion powder, a little pepper. Of these, I'm gonna add the Cajun seasoning. Others, I'm gonna add this Memphis style barbecue seasoning to top it off. And finally, I'm gonna add a little chili powder. Impromptu karaoke in the kitchen.
Yes.
Make sure you get your oven mitt. You don't want to burn yourself.
Oh, feels good.
Delish. Hey guys, so I have jackfruit. This gives us a vegan option.
Okay, we have an impromptu progress report.
Oh, sure.
So, I started this 30-day journey about almost 15 days ago. And before we started, I could not fit these jeans.
But you can fit what jeans? The ones you got
The
on?
ones that I have
Girl,
on.
you better get it.
Yes.
You in them jeans, girl.
Yes.
They look good too.
They look nice. I got like a slight pudge on top. So now the goal is for it to be absolutely
And
flat.
15
across
days
the
ago,
top.
you couldn't fit those.
Nah.
Well, that's always a beautiful thing. And you can see her progress. This is the jackfruit. What is this seasoned with? The one I got is teriyaki jackfruit.
Ooh.
I thought this would actually be really good to go with our wraps that we're doing for our lunch. Kind of excited about it, I'm not gonna lie. Jackfruit, exactly. I know when I first had it, I was in LA. I loved it. It was almost like a chicken alternative, even though it's really fruit. Whitney, she's the health nut. She can tell you more about it.
Well, I have used jackfruit only a couple times. There was a vegan restaurant that I worked in St. Louis, and I was a chef, and so we decided to use jackfruit. And it wasn't my recipe, but it still was really good. And sometimes,
Wait, pause.
but
In St. Louis, you was a chef.
yeah, I was a vegan chef in St.
How
Louis.
you, let's leave this out. We got a whole cooking show going on. This is the first time I'm hearing this, so this is an exclusive. You used to be a vegan chef?
Yes.
Girl,
yeah.
you just failed to leave that part out.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
My bad. Well, yeah, I was a vegan chef in St. Louis. And one of my biggest specialties, this is so a sidebar, but my biggest specialty was I was always big on sweets. And sugar addiction is really real. So what I figured out was I knew how to take a recipe for a dessert, make it vegan, but also make it healthy. And my specialty is chocolate. But I digress.
So I'm gonna add, once we finish cutting up some green onions, we're gonna throw in some green onions, we're gonna throw in some red onions, and we're gonna throw in some shredded carrots. Actually, do you want any mushrooms or anything in there?
We can do mushrooms too, yeah.
And a little bit of mushrooms. And we're gonna do 2 versions. We're gonna have one that's vegan option with the jackfruit, and then we're gonna do the chicken option as well.
2 bunches. Oh, look good.
Doesn't it?
Oh, I'm jealous.
Jesus.
Dang it.
Jesus. Won't he do it? Won't he do it?
Say, won't he will.
I wish y'all could smell this right now. It smells
It does.
so good.
So what I'm doing, what I'm adding to my chicken, I'm of course adding the same thing, the green onions, the red onions. I'm actually chopping up some ginger, some fresh ginger. Oh my God, it smells so good. And so I also have, for sauce, I'm gonna use rice vinegar, some reduced sodium soy sauce. There are other alternatives if you're not into soy sauce or if you have a gluten sensitivity. So there's liquid aminos, and then there's this other one called tamari, and they have a gluten-free option. And then I'm gonna use some of this hoisin sauce. And again, I said this recipe isn't mine, so if you're interested in doing this for the week, or if you choose to do it at another time, Sierra will have the link to the website that I got.
Tip real quick, when you get ready to remove your egg muffins out of the pan, it's just like if you were making real muffins. You take like a little knife. Right now I'm just using a butter knife. And you just go around and make sure it's gonna come out easy.
We're gonna do the chicken lettuce wraps. So I already started with adding the 2 tablespoons of olive oil to my pan, and I'm just gonna add the red onions. Put those down for just a minute, and then I'm gonna add the chicken with all of the spices and let that brown before I add the sauce mixture.
Where did you get your containers? Were these $1 at the Dollar Tree?
Yes, I got those at Dollar Tree. I was so excited when I found those because it's the perfect size to portion it out. We're not going overboard with how much we're actually putting in the containers, and they're disposable.
Good. Delicious, honey. Delicious. You know the food got you dancing, baby.
Man, what?
That is good.
Or singing, one or the other.
That is good. Look at breakfast, egg muffins, and then we have those oranges. And then we move down to lunch. We got the jackfruit for a vegan option, and then we have chicken. Finally for dinner, tilapia with a zucchini, and a snack, we got our hummus and our carrots. And if you still are hungry, just do a little smoothie, a little protein shake or something. Yeah. What I'm going to be incorporating this week is the Diet Duo Kit. It includes the resolution drops. I like talking those. Such a big kid. The resolution drops and the life drops. And you're supposed to put it underneath your tongue and let it stay there for 30 seconds before you swallow. And you're supposed to do it 3 times a day. You're not supposed to eat or drink anything 15 minutes before or after you take the drops. And they pretty much help curb your appetite. And you lose 1 to 3 pounds a day. So as you know, I can't work out as much as I would like. So I'm going to get a little assistance in that area.